Okay, thank you for liking and subscribing. Thank you for clicking the little bell. Now, we have this going on with the Jeffrey Epstein Black Book thing. Look, let me tell everybody out there, I don't care about your political stance. I don't care if I'm talking about Donald Trump. I don't care about Bill Clinton. I don't care about these people. You don't understand, these people are nothing like us. These people are rich. They're elites, dude. They're nowhere near our level as human beings. Okay? So look at this comment. You lying about Donald Trump. Nobody's going to believe anything you say. I'm not saying anything. These are all reported. These are all in an articles. The Black Book is already out. The flight logs are out. Everybody has all this information. What do you mean, believe anything? I'm not saying anything. I'm showing you something. I'm sorry that it goes against your little Trumpian beliefs. And really, bro, I've had so many people asking me, oh, can you do politics? Do politics. Talk about politics. Dude, if I was to talk about politics, I could bury your ass on Donald Trump. Okay. And when I used to talk politics, I wasn't conservative. I wasn't a Democrat. I was in the middle and I called out everybody's bullshit. And that's why I gave up politics, because they don't like that. People in politics don't like being called out for the truth. That's why I gave up politics. It's very simple. You were lying about Donald Trump. Nobody's going to believe anything you say. I'm not saying anything. All of this stuff is already out there. This person is saying it as if I'm making it up. And it's like, oh, it's just coming off the top of my head. Dude, all of this information is out there. So don't get mad at me because your favorite politician is in the reports that we're reporting on. Don't get mad at me, man. Go and get mad at your favorite politician for being a disgusting individual or for being a rich elite and associating with these people. So let's move into this next one. This is the second part of this 3-part series from the Free Press report. And like I said, this is old. November 30th, 2021. This is old. This is on a Substack. You can go and find all this yourself. It's not like I'm making it up. It's not like I'm coming out here and I'm just ranting and raving and saying, oh, Trump, Clinton. No, dude, no. And I don't care if you, oh, I love Trump. Oh, he was going to do this stuff. Bro, I could bury that guy. I could if I wanted to. I could bury them all. I used to bury them all. I used to, but they don't like that in politics. So let's go into this. Epstein's vast network of influence in international and public policy. Now, the thing is with this isn't juicy. And same thing with yesterday. These aren't juicy. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, these are real names from like pop culture. Like, no, dude, this is politics. This is public policy. These are the people that control our world. In part 1 of Epstein's vast network of influence, we listed major players in the business and finance world that Epstein has connections to. You can view part 1 here. Part 2 will go over Epstein's connections of influence in the international and public policy. In part 3, we will wrap up Epstein's connection in the fashion, media, and entertainment industry. Tomorrow, that one is going to be juicy. That's going to be real juicy because it's got some big names in it. Pope John Paul II. A pope. A pope. Epstein and Maxwell met with the Pope after flying into Italy on the Lolita Express circa '03. Epstein had a photo of himself and the Pope at his Palm Beach home, along with a photo of himself and Fidel Castro. He met Castro. Wow. Amir Dosal, board member of Humpty Dumpty Institute. What the hell is that? Alongside Mark Epstein, Terramar, and Global Partnerships Forum, working with UN COVID-19 response. These people are connected to the COVID-19 response. Really? Amir was a board member of Ghislaine Maxwell's ocean conservation charity Terramar. Amir Dosal is a 25-year veteran of the UN All these people are connected, man, and served as executive director of the UN Office for Partnerships until September 2010, which he established in 1998 to manage the $1 billion gift by media mogul Ted Turner. Yeah, let's just give him $1 billion. Yeah, let's just give him, hey, how much money you need? It's a lot, man. It's a lot. Well, just tell me how much it is. I need like $1 billion, bro. I can do it. And that's how those rich people are, man. They don't care. You need 158 million? I can do it. That's how they are. And they just come up with it from different banks, multiple banks. Okay, yeah. Ted Turner, a mere scene pictured here with Ghislaine Maxwell. According to Inner City Press, Dulso was responsible for welcoming Terra Mar, Maxwell's ocean conservation charity, to the UN. Maxwell is seen presenting to the UN. Oh my God. Jeez. Mark Epstein, Jeffrey's brother, real estate mogul, member of the United Nations Humpty Dumpty Institute. Mark Epstein is implicated in the crimes of Jeffrey and seems to have operated within the same model-based sex trafficking network. Poor girls, man. And his brother sex trafficking network that his brother Donald Trump, Lex Wessner, and John Casablanca, among others, participated in. The problem with this is, like, they throw these names out there. This isn't some kind of, they're just trying to bring down Donald Trump. This has nothing to do with the election. People were saying that in the comments. Well, you're just going after Trump. It's a witch hunt. Dude, this has nothing to do with the election. This is years after the election. The dude lost. Get the fuck over it. Okay? And this is the problem that I have with these people. Like, why do you care so much about one person? Why do you care about one person? It doesn't matter who the person is. Why do you care? Like, Donald Trump, what? You think he's going to be president again? Okay, fine. And it's probably a choice. It's probably not even up to us. I'm sorry to tell you. These people are so... The Humpty Dumpty Institute states their goal as to inform and foster dialogue amongst critical stakeholders in key global issues. Mark Epstein also made sizable donations and loans to several prominent nonprofits. A tax filing from the Humpty Dumpty Institute, why? That's so stupid a name, where Epstein sits on the board of directors, shows Epstein loaned the international charity at least $100K in 2014. 3 years earlier, he loaned them $75K to Exit Art. Oh, he loaned $75K to Exit Art, a nonprofit cultural center where he was also a board member. So I think that's like for tax purposes, right? You lend them that money and then you don't have to worry about your taxes. Well, wait, hold on. What am I saying? You expect me to believe someone like Jeffrey Epstein cared about taxes? What am I even saying? Why would I say that? That's like a normal people problem. Mark Epstein also appears to have tried his hand in the modeling industry around the same time his brother allegedly donated $1 million to Brunel MC2. Business records show Mark Epstein formed his own agency, Saint Model and Talent. So that's two dudes. First, yesterday, that dude had Storm Management Talent, right? Storm Management Modeling. And now this guy has Saint Model and Talent. Wow. In December 2005, the business has no website or social media presence. Well, there's a red flag right there, and it is unclear if it has ever signed a model. Oh my God. That's so sad. But one former tenant of Epstein says he remembers it well. David Rockefeller, oil heir, financier, former member of the Rockefeller Foundation, Trilateral Commission, former chairman and chief executive of Chase Manhattan Corporation. President Epstein's Black Book. Jeffrey Epstein served on the board of the Rockefeller Foundation. Rockefeller and Epstein both served on the Trilateral Commission. Henry Kissinger. This guy was a horrible person. I could say so many other words about that person, but I could say so much stuff about Henry Kissinger, but I'm not, because this dude was a horrible person. Chairman of Kissinger Associates, financier, former Secretary of State, former member of the Trilateral Commission. Secretary of State and the Trilateral Commission. All these people in our own government, man, in our own government are doing this. Kissinger is President Epstein's Black Book. Kissinger served on the Trilateral Commission with Epstein, as his dossier confirms. And that's it. That's it. They're not going to go into any more detail than that. See, and that's the funniest part about all this. It's just kind of like labels. You know, you have a label, like if you work somewhere, they have a label that says your name on it. That's basically all this is. It's just like a giant wall, and then there's a picture with someone's name on it, and then that's it. Just imagine what the details are here. Imagine the nasty, disgusting details that these people have. Oof. David Koch, billionaire, political donor, and financier, president of Koch Engineering starting in 1979 and co-owner of Koch Industries starting in 83. Koch is present in Epstein's Black Book. Epstein was seen with Trump campaign advisors at David and his wife Linda Koch's house. So the problem that I have, and I think that's it's coming through, as we're reading, is that this kind of does seem like it's more about money. You know what I mean? And not necessarily more about sex and not necessarily more about minors. Like, I do understand that a lot of these people probably banged young women. I understand that, and I get that. There's probably no doubt about that. But I think the point of all these relationships that we're seeing is simply money. They want billions of dollars. They want to fund things. They want cash flow, and that's basically it. And then what would you do? Like that lady yesterday that she sold Epstein her townhouse in New York for 80% market value. So imagine what Epstein did to get that townhouse at 80% market value. They probably pictured her or had a video of her in some room with some minor. And then Epstein was like, yo, I got this video, check it out. And then he shows her the video and she's like, oh no. Okay, well, what do you want? What do you want me to do so that way you're not going to expose me? Oh, well, give me your townhouse in New York City for 80% down. How about that? And then she doesn't. Bill Gates, the big one, Bill Gates, co-chairman of Gates Foundation, board of Berkshire Hathaway, CEO of Cascade Investments, former CEO of Microsoft, funder of the WHO. Gates continued to meet with Epstein after his prison sentence, after he was already a pedophile. Bill Gates. Bill Gates flew on Epstein's jet. That's two. The Lolita Express with Epstein in 2013, 5 years after Jeffrey was legally designated a child sex offender and child sex trafficker. So there is no, oh, well, I didn't know that who he was. I had no idea. Dude, you knew. Bill Gates, you knew. Bill Gates has a history of inappropriate sexual behavior and harassment, as does his managing partner at Cascade Investments, Gates Family Investments Office, Michael Larson. No, and that's the end of that. That's the end of that. Howard Lutnick, CEO of Wall Street trading firm Cantor Fitzgerald. Epstein's neighbor in New York City. Lutnick's house was used for a Clinton campaign fundraiser in 2015 and a Trump campaign fundraiser in 2016. So that's the funniest part about this whole thing. And this whole thing is funny. It is. It's really hilarious because you and I are led to believe that people like Clinton and people like Trump are not supposed to be connected. We're supposed to be led to believe. That's what we're supposed to think in our head. Oh, yeah, Clinton, Trump, well, yeah, they're on two different teams. No, they're not, man. No, they're not. Alan Dershowitz, lawyer, Harvard professor. Another one from Harvard. Oh, what is it with these Harvard people? Seen in the Black Book, Mr. Dershowitz's misconduct and his lies about it are documented in sworn affidavits, sworn depositions, and contemporaneous documents. Bowie said, I can understand why Mr. Dershowitz wants to distract attention from the facts by talking about me. Attorney for Virginia Guthrie David Boyce. Robert Trivers, another professor. Oh my gosh. Robert Trivers, Rutgers professor of biology. Mr. Trivers specializes in the research of evolutionary biology. He is seen here with Epstein leaning on his right shoulder, laughing. Trivers defended Epstein and attempted to minimize the seriousness of child sex abuse following Epstein's prison stay ended, in 2009. Another article with typo stuff. Like Krauss, Trivers spoke up for Epstein after his release from jail. He told Reuters that Epstein was a man of integrity who had served his time for his crime. Did he get an easy deal? Did he buy himself a light sentence? Well, yes, probably compared to what you or I would get. You think? but he did get locked up. Oh, well, yeah, no, well, he did get locked up. He did. I mean, it's probably compared to what you or I would get, but he did get locked up. Shut up. Oh, these, professors, man. That's already like 4 professors. These people are sick. By the time their phone, what? Trevor, but he did get locked up. Trevor said, adding that the girls matured earlier today than they once did. By the time they're 14 or 15, they're like grown women were 60 years ago. I don't see these acts as so heinous. Oh my God. Robert Trivers, Rutgers professor of biology. What? By the time they're 14 or 15, they're like grown women were 60 years ago. I don't see these acts as so heinous. A Rutgers, what? I'm sorry I have to curse right now. Rutgers, what the fuck? For real. Rutgers. John Brockman, literary agent and author specializing in scientific literature, founder of the Edge Foundation. Brockman introduced Epstein to several of his wealthier friends even after he was a registered sex offender. See, and this is the thing. They're all like that. Have you noticed? Like, I haven't read one that isn't like that they all knew he already was a registered sex offender or he already had been to prison. They all knew, man. Another professor, Marvin Minsky, MIT. Minsky is present in Epstein's Black Book. Minsky is directly named in unsealed Virgin Islands court documents charging Epstein's estate with running the child sex trafficking operation. MIT, what the... Steven Pinker, Harvard again. Oh, that's 3 from Harvard. Pinker is present in Epstein's flight log. In Virginia Guffrey's memoir, she mentions Epstein arranging a meeting with a quirky little man with white hair and a mad scientist look about him, named Steven. So, arranging a meeting, that means like, they. So, here's the thing. These are professors. These are a literary agent. These are people with money. It's not like these people are broke and they can't find a woman. They're doing it because they're pedophiles. Because they want a 14-year-old girl. That's why they're doing it. I don't know. I just feel like it shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't be like this. You shouldn't be rich. And then if you're rich, you should be able to get whatever woman you want. You're choosing a little 14, 15-year-old because you want a 14 and 15-year-old. Like, it's not like for a reason. It's because they're pedophiles. It's disgusting. Another one, MIT, Seth Lloyd. MIT received over $800K from Epstein's foundations. Money. Lloyd personally received $300K from Epstein, a payment he reportedly attempted to hide. Red flag. Another Harvard. Martin Nowak. Well, I think that's Novak, right? Martin Novak, Harvard biologist. Martin Novak is a Harvard biologist specializing in evolutionary biology and was seen photographed with Epstein on several occasions. Novak continued to fraternize and accept funding from Epstein even after his sex offender trafficking conviction in 2008. Darren Indyke, founder of Birch Lane Law Firm, Epstein's lawyer, named executor of Epstein's will. Seen in the Black Book, the Justice Department of the Virgin Islands has a number of active lawsuits against Indyke, Kahn, and Epstein's estate. Richard Kahn, lawyer, Epstein henchman. Named as co-executor of Epstein's will, Richard Kahn played a vital role in Epstein's human trafficking operation. Specifics of one such lawsuit filed against Kahn, Indyke, pertaining to their involvement with Epstein's crimes. Boris Nikolic, biotech venture capitalist and former science advisor to Bill Gates, named executor of Epstein's will. Nikolic was named by Epstein as a backup executor for his will, in which he put assessed values at $578 million into a trust just 2 days before his death. So then that's it. Look, that was basically it for right there. Only 20 minutes. Not bad. Not bad. But let's go back and I want to see that Bill Gates one again. I know it was really short. Gates continued to meet with Epstein after his prison sentence ended. Bill Gates flew on Epstein's jet. That's two. With Epstein in 2013, 5 years after Jeffrey was legally designated a child sex offender and child sex trafficker. Jeez, Bill Gates. You're disgusting, Bill Gates. That's probably why his wife left him, too. She knows he's a sick bastard. Okay, now, that's about it for that. That's it for that. See, the thing about this is, I like it because I want these names out. I want people to know who these people are. And really, by the way, the actual black book is right here. Watch. Let me show you where the black book is so that way you can go and look at it. Because I have to tell you, I really, really do. There's so much. There is so much in that black book. Apparently, there's like 1,900 names. See, and look right here. Epstein'sBlackBook.com. And this one says Henry Kissinger. I'm going to screenshot this for you. See, screenshotted. So now you can see it. And it's right there. That's all it is. Go and look at it. Epstein'sBlackBook.com. That's it right there. If you're interested in how much stuff is in the black book and asking where they are, look right here. All names. Right there. Look. 1,900. Oh, 19. Okay. Look. Right there. Look. 1,971 names. I'm going to screenshot that. And then, geez. Epstein'sBlackBook.com. And it's right there. It's right there for everybody to go and look at it. If you want to go and see it, just go to that website. I don't understand why people think that all these things are hidden. Just because you don't know where they are doesn't mean they don't exist. That's what y'all have to understand. So now, sticking with this disgusting stuff, look at this from the New York Post. Film Academy member Jeff Cooper sentenced to 8 years in prison for molesting a child. Film Academy. Hollywood, man. Film Academy member Jeff Cooper was sentenced on Monday to 8 years in a California state prison for molesting a young girl multiple times in his home. Cooper, who was an Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences member since 2002, was found guilty of sexually assaulting a minor in 2005 and 2007 when the child was between 12 and 13 years, according to the LA District Court. See, the problem with that is that, like I said earlier, these kids are 12 and 13, and this guy is a Film Academy member. So it's not like he couldn't go and have any woman that he wanted. It's not like that. It's not like, oh, well, he's a broke ass and he can't get a date. And, oh, well, whatever. I'm not trying to excuse him touching a 12-year-old. But I'm saying they have no excuses for this bullshit. They have no excuse for this. There's absolutely no excuse for this. They're pedophiles, straight up, all of them. I mean, I think that a lot of these people that we've been naming, I think all of them, I think they're all pedophiles in a sense. I really do. Whether it's a massage, whether it's actual sex, whether it's getting a handy, I'm telling you, they're pedophiles. They've been with young girls, 12 and 13 years old, dude. According to the LA District Court office officials, Cooper, known for designing movie theaters and studios for notable directors such as George Lucas, Francis Ford Coppola, and Steven Spielberg, was initially indicted on 8 counts involving 2 children. Children are the most vulnerable members of our community, District Attorney George Gascon said in a statement. Mr. Cooper abused his position of trust and caused incredible harm to helpless victims. I know that nothing can undo the trauma that they have endured, but I hope the victims find peace and healing now that this criminal process is complete. You want them to find healing when the guy's only going away for 8 years and he's going to state prison? That means he's going to do like 1 for 3. I don't know. I know how it works here in Texas, but I don't know about California. It's probably even less, probably 1 for 4 over there because their prisons are so full. Dude, that guy's going to get out in like 2 years. So you're trying to tell me two little girls were molested by that guy. And this DA from LA, George Gascon, he has the balls to come. I know that nothing can undo the trauma that they have endured, but I hope the victims find peace. Bro, the guy's going to be out by like 2025. What the hell are you talking about? Jurors in May found Cooper guilty of 3 felony counts of a lewd act upon a child. During the trial, one of the victims testified that she considered Cooper a mentor who taught her how to play guitar. The victim testified it was at Cooper's private basement studio where he molested her when she was 12 or 13. Jurors, however, were unable to agree on a verdict related to the other 5. Wait, okay, no, there wasn't 5 other victims. Okay, good. No. It was only 2, but they had a bunch of counts. Okay, good. I was like, seven, really? Involving another alleged victim. That's 3. That's 3, right? Yeah, because it says 2 for molesting a child. Okay, sexually assaulting a minor. Los Angeles District Court. Okay, right here, 2 involving was initially indicted on 8 counts involving 2 children. Jurors, however, okay, the victim testified. Okay, hold on. Jurors in May found Cooper guilty on 3 of the 8. Okay, so they got him on 3, and that was only of 1. Dude, come on, even that, and he only got 8 years. So that means he didn't even get charged. He didn't even get guilty on the other child. It was only on 1 child. Jeez, man. According to the Los Angeles Times. Oh, hold on. Another alleged victim and a judge declared a mistrial on those charges, according to the LA Times. Cooper's attorney, Alan Jackson? No. It's just the same name, not like the singer. Said during his opening statement that the allegations were false and the famed designer was a target because of his wealth and status. Well, then why didn't... Okay. I mean, I guess, but that's a little bit much. 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds. Why didn't... Well, how long ago was this? This just happened July 25th. Was a target because of his wealth and status. Well, we'll never know now. We'll never be able to dig into that, but it still sounds like crap because it's 2 children. I can understand, like, with Amber Heard, she's going after Johnny Depp, whatever. And, like, with Evan Rachel Wood, they're going after Marilyn Manson because he's an easy target. I could understand those things. Those are grown women. Why would 2 children go after this guy? Or would it be like the moms behind them? Nah, I don't think so. I'm not down with that. Plus, he's already been convicted, so we're not going to worry about trying to make this guy a good person. No. Jackson has not returned a request for comment on Cooper's sentencing. And that's that. Now, I know that we always talk about this. We always talk about these people as if they're normal. Like, I know that I come on my show and we speak of them, and it's not like I'm ever going to meet these people. It's not like you'll ever meet these people. Why is that? Because you have to understand, these are not normal people. These people live in another ozone. That's where they live. They got money in their bank accounts that is dollars on dollars on dollars with massive zeros. Okay, we're talking about millions and tens of millions of dollars that these people are worth. And these are rich people. Just imagine. Hold on, let me go back to that one, right? Just imagine 8 years. Imagine how much he paid an attorney so he would only get 8 years. Jeez. Okay, so finally now on to some Amber Heard stuff. But let's see. I know there's some over here at the top because I've been collecting Amber Heard for friggin' ever now. Now, as we all know already, we already know the notice of appeal and blah, 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 blah. But let's look at these 2 statements. I want you to hear these 2 statements, and you're going to hear the difference in both of them. The jury listened to the extensive evidence presented during the 6-week trial. This is from Johnny Depp, and came to a clear and unanimous verdict that the defendant herself defamed Mr. Depp in multiple instances. We remain confident in our case and that this verdict will stand. Now look at Amber Heard's statement. We believe the court made errors that prevented a just and fair verdict. Yeah, right. Consistent with the First Amendment. Why are you bringing up freedom of speech again? Why are you bringing it out again? Oh, because of that book. That's why. How many times did that damn book talk about freedom of speech? And it's totally hilarious that we're supposed to believe that freedom of speech is an argument used when you're spreading lies about somebody. See, and that's why it's so easy to relate this entire thing to that book. So easy. We are therefore appealing the verdict. While we realize today's filings will ignite the Twitter bonfires, there are steps we need to take to ensure both fairness and justice. Now, let's get something very, very straight, Amber. The only way you think fair and just is if you win. That's the only way. So there is no fairness and justice to you because it really doesn't matter. Amber Heard is the type of person that she'll never, ever take accountability for what she's done. Okay? And still, the new narrative, look at this new narrative dropped by all the Amber Heard people. But first, let's look at that one before we go into that. Reminder, this is Amber Heard a day after she claims Johnny Depp brutally assaulted her and broke her nose. One of the many reasons she lost the defamation case and one of the reasons she'll lose any appeal. By the way, these were not allowed in the UK trial. I'm looking at you, Amber Heard stans. You're the one that said the UK trial was the one that matters. We all know which one actually matters. Y'all are the ones that said, oh, the UK trial proved he's a wife beater. Well, why wasn't this allowed in the UK trial? Why? Oh, that's right, because, well, wait, who am I even talking to? Why am I talking to? They're not even real people. They're not even real people. Oh, I don't even know why I'm talking about that. But let's go to this one. Look at this whole thread, and it's another thread, and I'm not even going to put that person's name out because that's what they want. They make bullcrap threads like this, and they just want people to spread them, and that's the point of them turning off the comments. So that way their profile can go out and be spread among everybody and everybody can see it. Yeah, well, you're not going to get it from me. So I'm going to roast your entire thread, okay? And nobody's going to know who you are. Thread detailing why experts on domestic violence, experts. Dude, we just went through 2 years of COVID. We know not to listen to experts. Experts on domestic violence believe Amber Heard because Amber hit Johnny isn't the gotcha that you think it is. So the new narrative from Amber Heard stans is, well, yeah, Amber hit Johnny. Yeah, but that's not like really a gotcha. That's not a gotcha. And I'm going to tell you why, what is that called? Some stupid bullshit. Sorry, I cursed. I don't give a damn. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take off the cursing ban for this entire segment. What is this stupid bullshit? Okay, this Darvo. Apparently it's called Darvo, Darvo. Now they literally came up with something or they're using something for their narrative. It's called Darvo. Okay. Amber hit Johnny isn't the gotcha you think it is. It is. It kind of is. That's the point. The point of abuse, okay, is that where it's directed means the type of person you are. Now, what do these Amber Heard stans try to say? Well, Johnny Depp was mean and he slammed cabinets. And he sent threatening text messages. But yeah, Amber hit him, but that's not the gotcha that you think it is. What are you talking about? The point of it is so you don't abuse someone, so you don't hit someone physically. But if you notice, you're going to notice one thing about this. They never once actually talk about the fact that Johnny never hit her. Never. They never bring this up. And I'm glad I took this person's name out because fuck them. Throughout the trials, no, I'm not going to do the voice. Throughout the trial, society heavily relied on what sociologist Evan Stark deems the violence model, which is when domestic violence is evaluated based on a specific instance of physical assault. So now the new narrative is, oh, well, physical assault isn't domestic violence. No, it's not. The violence model of domestic violence. In most parts of the world, law, policy, and prevention work addressing domestic violence is created based on a violence model, which equates partner abuse with discrete assaults or threats. This model, Stark argues, is faulty. Okay, well, I don't even need to read past that. You know what? Fine, I do, because I need to cover my ass on that. Is faulty because it assumes the severity of the domestic violence can be accurately measured based on evaluations of psychological and physical harm done to the victim in a specific episode or instance of physical violence. What? The violence model treats abuse as episodic, occurring only at the time of a specific instance of physical assault. What are you saying? Throughout the trial, society heavily relied on what sociologist Evan Stark deems the violence model, which is when domestic violence is evaluated based on a specific instance of physical assault. How many? How many specific instances? Are you talking about when she cut his finger off? What are you talking about? Are you talking about when she hit him on the train? When he had a black eye? What are you talking about? Which instances? How many instances do you want? You can't come out with this crap. This is total bullshit, man. I can't even believe this. Society, okay, yeah. Let me see. Society relying on the violence model is dangerous because it completely eliminates the idea of retaliation by a victim. According to research, 23 to 71% of abuse victims have used violence against their abusers. Retaliation is common after suffering long-term abuse. Okay, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. I totally understand what you're saying, but you still haven't brought up one time that he abused her, one time that he even started the fight, one time that he even hit her first. You still haven't brought that up. You can't have a narrative of, well, yeah, Amber hit him. Yeah, Amber hit him, but she was just retaliating. Okay, fine. Retaliating to what? Retaliating to what? We have no proof whatsoever, and we saw everything. Don't try and think that these people are going to bring out something new. We've seen everything. So there's no way they can say, well, he hit her first. He hit her first. They would have said that by now. If he had really hit her first, they would have said that by now. And they didn't. They're never going to, because they're not doing that. You want to know what these people are doing? They're just changing the narrative every single day. They put out a new narrative, and then once that narrative fails, then they put out another one. And then once that narrative fails, then they put out another one. These are political tactics. I know people hate it when I say that, but that's what these are. And they're going to keep on putting out narratives. Dude, there was even a narrative that said Johnny was transphobic because he said him or he for that IO person. They're going to do that. They're going to come up with the dumbest shit they can possibly come up with. And they're going to put it out as if it's fact. That's all it is. This is just narrative control, narrative control. That's all that this is. And it's full of shit. That's what it is. It's full of shit. Okay, let's see here. According to retaliators, okay, supporting the findings of the National Study of Family Violence, Strauss, Gels, and Steinmetz, 1980, it was discovered in several studies that from 23 to 71% of battered women use violence at least once against their abusers. Okay, that's understandable. I understand that. I get that. You still haven't told me, you still haven't shown us where Johnny Depp started it, where Johnny Depp hit her first. They've even been talking about some kind of kick on a plane. He kicked her in the butt on the plane. Okay, well, did she abuse him after that? We don't even know anything about that. Well, there was a text message. Well, there was also a text message of Flappy Fish Market. That was hilarious. What are you talking about? These studies included a random survey of one New York County, Nisanoff and Bittman, 1979. Damn, they're going back 40 years. They're going back 40 years to try and build a narrative here. Battered women who sought help for attempted suicide. Oswald, 1980, N equals 263. A non-random survey of help-seeking and non-help-seeking battered women. Walker, 1980. Well, okay, fine. I get it. Battered women. She wasn't battered. She wasn't abused. I could understand this narrative. Okay, and I get it. Like, I get the narrative they're trying to push. Oh, well, yeah, Amber hit him, but, like, she was totally retaliating. Retaliating to what? Nothing. She was just being an abuser because Amber Heard is an abuser. Walker, 1984, N equals 403. What does that mean? I don't know. It's got to be something with the surveys or something. And battered women seeking help from shelters. Fachek, 7778. Page Low, 1981. Dude, they went 40 years back to try and prove this crap. Enduring abuse over time can lead to broken down self-esteem, feelings of low self-worth, and intense emotional stress, or even PTSD. While it's never healthy to yell back at a partner or be violent with them, if you are experiencing abuse, you might have used one of these strategies. Oh, really? One of those strategies? What about the strategy when you try to walk away? What about the strategy when you go around an entire home and you hide in bathrooms? What about that strategy? When you felt your safety was at risk or you were trying to reestablish your independence in the relationship. What? That sounds like something Dr. Don Hughes would say. Well, you were just trying to establish your independence, okay? And he's a horrible person, so you were right, okay, Amber? Girl boss. That's how they are, dude. That's exactly how they are. Next, Ruth Glenn is a domestic violence expert. Another expert. See, have you noticed that all these experts, they're all women? Have you noticed that? All of these experts are all women. And the president of the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence. In this video, Ruth Glenn explains why Amber Heard is the victim and how retaliation is a common reaction to abuse. The dynamics of domestic violence. Okay, whatever. Okay, fine. We get it. I get it. I totally get what you're saying. Why Amber Heard is the victim and how retaliation is a common reaction to abuse. To what abuse? I mean, dude, you started the thread. Okay, a thread detailing why experts on domestic violence believe Amber Heard because Amber hit Johnny isn't a gotcha you think it is. You still haven't said what she was reacting to. You're putting out a narrative, but you're not putting out the basis for the narrative. What are you talking about? I don't understand how they think that this can go. And really, the only reason that this kind of shit, because that's what it is, it's bullshit. So I can finally curse again. It feels good. And the only reason this kind of shit goes is because this person turns the comments off every single time. That's the only reason this flies, because nobody can ever respond. You can't respond. All you can do is retweet it, and then you're sharing their profile. And that's why I wanted to do it like this. Nobody even knows who this is from. And I like it that way. Okay, actress, Melissa Benoist, whatever, came out as a survivor of domestic violence in 2019. Here's a video in which she details the reality of being in an abusive relationship and describes how she started retaliating. She says, I've changed and I'm not proud of how I changed. Oh, okay, thank you. So you admitted you were just beating him up. That's definitely what it is. You were just beating up your boyfriend. And then look at this. After the allegations came out, Melissa's ex-husband started using her reactive violence against her and claiming he was also the victim. Yeah, I was scratched, I was slapped, I was punched in the face. Kind of sounds like what we used to hear with Johnny Depp. That's exactly what that sounds like. And look at the next one. Which caused a trip to the hospital to treat my broken nose. So this woman trying to be here, and look at her face. She's like, oh, I'm a victim. Dude, why isn't anyone talking about that? Because if that was real, you'd be able to bring that up. But now you're bringing that up, and then you're literally showing I was scratched, I was slapped, I was punched in the face, which caused a trip to the hospital to treat my broken nose. So was this woman ever sent to the hospital? Because I don't see any proof of that here. I'm pretty sure this person would have put some proof here if she went to the hospital. Where's that at? Is it on the next one? No. See? You're coming out with a narrative and you're just talking to talk. That's all that they're doing. They're just talking to say something and start a new narrative. And then after this Darvo narrative fails, they're going to start another one. And then after that narrative fails, they're going to start another one. Dude, this is going to go on for years and years. When an abuser uses a victim's reaction to paint themselves as the victim, it's called Darvo, a method that has been proven to work well on juries and the public in general. We didn't need a jury, bro. We didn't need any trial. We all heard the audios. What are you talking about? You can't come out and say this Darvo bullshit and then go right back to, well, tell the world, Johnny. Tell the world that you're a victim of domestic violence. Dude, it was literally out of her mouth. Amber Heard said it to him. Tell the world you're a victim of domestic violence and see if they believe you. She's the one that said it. What are you talking about? Oh, my God. Deny, attack, and reverse victim and offender. What? What is it? The influence on perceived perpetrator and victim credibility? Sarah Harsey and Jennifer Freed, two women again. So this is the essential thing. I want people to understand this. I'm not just shitting on this Darvo method. I'm not. Okay, I do totally agree, because there's been times, we all know that when a woman gets abused and she'll kill her abuser or some bullshit, right? That's, why else would you think? Why else would you think? We know that that's real. We know that. Not here. This is real. Deny, attack, and reverse victim and offender. I'm pretty sure this is real. But it didn't happen here. Okay, and what is this? Article history, keywords, okay, whatever. Okay, what is this? Department of Psychology, University of Santa Cruz, California. Department of Psychology, University of Oregon. Even worse, Oregon. Abstract, let's see. Oh, this is really small. Let me get a little zoom action right there. All right, that's better. Perpetrators of interpersonal violence sometimes use denial, engage in personal attacks on victim credibility, and assume a victimized role. No. Her audios did that to her. You have to understand that. Her credibility was shot when we all heard her say, "Tell the world, Johnny, that you're a victim of domestic violence." That's when her credibility was shot. Sorry. Victim offender. Two new experimental vignette studies were conducted to investigate Darvo. Experiment 1, 316 university students. Aim to assess the effects of a perpetrator's use of Darvo on perceptions of perpetrator and victim credibility, responsibility, and abusiveness. Participants who were exposed to Darvo perceived the victim to be less believable, more responsible for the violence. No. You want me to show you the face that made her less believable? It's that one right there. That's the face. No tears, not a single tear, but she was crying. That's the face that made her less believable. I'll tell you that right now. More responsible for the violence? No. It's because she cut his finger off. That's what made her more responsible for the violence. It's because she literally said, "I hit you with a door and I punched you in the face." That's what made her responsible for the violence. Look at that. I'm starting to get heated. I'm not about to get heated. Let's see. More responsible for the violence and more abusive. Darvo also led participants to judge the perpetrator as less abusive and less responsible. Experiment 2. Well, hold on. Let's hit that one, because let's just say for a fact, I would have to say anyone would agree with this. If we saw Amber Heard with photos like Rihanna, do you think anybody would have disagreed with her? Tell me in the comments. Exactly. Experiment 2, 300, less abusive and less responsible. Experiment 2, 360 university students examined whether learning about Darvo could mitigate its effects on individuals' perceptions of perpetrators and victims. Results from Experiment 2 indicate that Darvo-educated participants perceived the victim as less abusive and more believable, and rated the perpetrator as less believable. These experiments show Darvo effectively reinforces the distrust of victims' narratives. You want me to tell you what makes people distrust your narrative? The fact that you keep on coming up with new ones. That's why. Because you keep on changing the story of why he's guilty and why he's the bad guy. Because they're not sticking. You do realize this thread right here, this is like the third one. The third one of these long ass threads that don't mean shit. Because they're just trying to set a narrative. That's all they're doing with these threads. And then they fail. And then this same person, I'm going to go and find a thread by them in like a week after this Darvo bullshit has failed. Distrust in victims' narrative, but education can reduce some of its power. We suggest that more research and education about this perpetrator tactic is needed to combat its anti-victim effects. You want anti-victim effects? Well, how about you get somebody that has some real injuries? How about that? Because I'll say it again. If Amber Heard would have had Rihanna pictures, we all would have had no problem saying, yeah, put Johnny Depp's ass in jail. I guarantee you. Mark Stevens, an international media lawyer familiar with both cases, said Depp's legal team in the United States ran a strategy known as Darvo. It wasn't a strategy, man. It wasn't a strategy. We all heard her own voice. We heard her. We heard her say it. What do you people not understand about that? It wasn't a strategy because we all heard her say these things to him. What are you talking about? An acronym for deny, attack, and reverse victim and offender, in which Depp became the victim and Heard became the abuser. She literally told him, go tell the world, Johnny, that you're a victim of domestic violence, and see what they tell you, see what the jury says, see what the judge says. We're not saying he's the victim. She said it herself. We find that Darvo works very well with juries, but almost never works with judges. Oh, well, then what? You're not going to be able to blame, what's her name? Ascarate or something like that? You're going to go to blame her? They've already blamed her once, and they tried blaming her. They even gave her bad reviews. So what are you talking about now? Never works with judges, so you're saying it did work with judges this time, who are trained to look at evidence. Oh, well, I guess then Ascarate, or whatever her name was, she wasn't trained then, I guess. So what do domestic violence experts use to determine who is the abuser? Oh, I want to see this. Which individual is using coercive control? Coercive control is recognized as the central aspect of domestic violence. Okay, let's get a zoom on this power wheel. The power and control wheel. Really? Okay, on the outside it says physical violence, sexual. Let's go to, it's going to be the top, what is that? Like 3 o'clock? 3 o'clock? Let's see. Using emotional abuse, putting you down. Oh, man. Making you feel bad about yourself, calling you names. Oh no, he called her a Flappy Fish Market. He's an abuser. Dude, she called him a piece of shit, an old piece of shit. She even talked shit about his friends, about Alice Cooper. She even talked shit about them. Playing mind games. Making you feel guilty, humiliating you, questioning your identity, reinforcing internalized phobias and isms. So have you noticed that every single time, literally every time we read these kind of things, you can relate them? Boom, boom, point by point to Amber Heard. It's so funny. It is absolutely hilarious. Okay, next, 4 o'clock. Using isolation, controlling what you do, who you see or talk to, limiting your outside activities, making you account for your whereabouts, saying no one will believe you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Saying no one will believe you, not letting you go anywhere alone. Denying, minimizing, blaming, making light of abuse, saying it didn't happen. Shifting responsibility, saying it's your fault, you deserved it, accusing you of mutual abuse. That's what they were accusing him of. That's what everybody was accusing Johnny Depp of, mutual abuse. Well, there you go right there, mutual abuse, people. You just fucked yourself. There you go. Oh my god. Saying it's just fighting, not abuse. Accusing you of making them abuse you. Dude, she did all of these things. She literally did all of these things. Using children. Oh god. This is 7 o'clock. Making you feel guilty about the children, using children to relay messages, threatening to take the children, telling you that you have no parental rights, threatening to tell your ex or the authorities to take your children. She literally told him, I hope that Jack's stepfather raises him to be a man, not like you. Jeez. Using privilege, treating you like a servant, making all the big decisions, being the one to define the roles or duties in the relationship, using privilege or ability to discredit you, cut off access to resources, or use the system against you. Oh my god, this is so hilarious, dude. Knowing what's best for you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Using economic abuse, preventing you from getting or keeping a job. Oh my god. Making you ask for money, interfering with work or education, taking your credit cards without permission. What? Not working and requiring you to provide support, keeping your name off joint assets. hold on. Preventing you from getting a job, obviously. Making you ask for money. Well, I mean, I doubt it because she didn't have the money, and we have no proof that he made her ask for money because she was buying wine like it was going out of style. Taking your credit cards without permission. I mean, that's fucked up. I will admit that. If that was to ever happen, I don't mean Johnny Depp. I'm just saying in general, that's fucked up. Like taking your credit cards. Who the fuck do you think you are? Not working and requiring you to provide support. We all know she ain't had no money, so don't try and play that game. Keeping your name off joint assets. Okay, 11 o'clock. Using coercion and threats, making and or carrying out threats to do something to harm you. He was going to evict her, and she literally told him that she was going to go to the papers. Threatening to leave or commit suicide, driving recklessly to frighten you, threatening others who are important to you, stalking. And here's the last one, using intimidation, making you afraid by using looks, gestures, actions, smashing things, abusing pets, displaying weapons, using looks, actions, gestures to reinforce control, standing in front of the door or exit. Hey, can I let you know something? You actually proved that Amber Heard was the abuser with this. You did a really good job. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you really did a bang-up job on this one. By looking at the timeline, you will notice that evidence of Johnny's violence towards Amber is present years before there is any evidence of Amber being violent towards Johnny. In 2013, Amber texted her. Oh, no. You are not going to use the photo where she literally used. It looked like she banged herself with a tennis ball. No. We've already seen that crap. Look at this bullshit. Look at this crap. Oh, okay, it's because it's blurry. I was going to say, I was like, why does that one, the bruise look square? Right? The bruise looks square. And also, that's the picture where she was at a point in time and she said that he hit her in the face, and you can literally see her face right there. There's nothing on her face. So, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Amber was already speaking to a therapist about the sexual violence she suffered from Johnny early on in their relationship, as documented by therapist notes. And then they show a picture of Don Hughes. Oh my God, that's like Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and they're putting a picture of Budweiser or some bullshit, man. Johnny tried to control every aspect of Amber's life. He would instruct his private doctors to over-medicate her to keep her from responding to the world she was living in. Johnny also texted his private doctor about how Amber's therapist should be shot. Okay, and I don't have that here. Okay, so let's zoom in right here. Let's see if we can see this. I was the client. Ultimately, if you and Debbie, whatever. I don't care. You're full of shit. It's whatever. Oh, here it is. Sorry. Here it is. I was the client. Ultimately, if you and Debbie are able to at least speak of me, who I really am and what. I was the one who asked for you to calm her down and keep her under control. Now, well, yeah. If she's hitting him all the time, if she's screaming at him all the time, yeah, he wanted them to get her under control because he really loved her, and that was on him. I'm sorry, Johnny. You fucked up, man. You should have dropped her ass the first day. I'm sorry, bro. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Not because she was kicking drugs. It was to take her pressure away from me. It was to take her pressure away from me. She was always... Dude, whoever wrote this thread, do you even know what you're talking about? Do you even have any idea what you're talking about? Oh, my God. You're actually doing a better job of proving Amber is the abuser here. Johnny also fully acknowledges the power imbalance between Amber and him, saying that he felt that her lectures about his drug use were not appropriate because he's twice the age of her. What? I'm not even going to go into that bullshit. In this audio, you can hear Johnny telling Amber, don't fucking pretend to be authoritative with me. You don't exist. Yeah, and also he told her don't act like a teacher because she was lecturing him. What the fuck are you talking about, you idiot? Oh, it feels so good to be able to curse again. But, we're not going to make it a full thing. This power imbalance is further shown in another audio in which Johnny berates Amber for yelling, "Call the police," to a friend that heard Johnny beating her. And then look, I lost a fucking finger, man. Come on. Really? This is the audio you're going to play? The I lost a finger audio? That's the one you choose to play? Great job. Abusers, especially powerful ones, will be enabled. You know what? Fuck this. I don't care. We've already proved that this whole fucking thread is full of shit. And really, man, thank you to whoever wrote that thread. I'm not going to put your name out, but you proved that Amber was the abuser with that. Great job. So we're just going to end it there. Because I could just keep on going and keep on going and keep on going. That narrative is going to fail. It's going to fail. And then that same person is going to come out with another thread. And then we're going to drop that thread too. But as far as this thread goes, thank you for proving that Amber Heard really was the abuser. You fucking moron. Oh my God. Okay, well, we're going to leave it there. Thank you for staying with me this long. Thank you for liking and Thank you for clicking the little bell. Thank you for liking and subscribing. We will catch you next time.